Okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So introduce yourself.
Sure, I'm Quinetha Fraizer. Most people call me Q. That I picked that name up in college. And I've spent about 20 years working to raise financial and human resources to support programs and projects and companies that benefit the community in some way. So that has been everything from grant writing for true community programs that include education and affordable housing and that type of thing, on all the way down to companies, for-profit companies that might be producing a product or may have a financial instrument that specifically benefits a targeted population like people of color or women or children. I help them to partner with each other and then find the financial resources to make the program or project work.
So the challenges you face in doing so.
Oh, the largest challenge is number one, defining the success metrics tied to the work of the organizations or the companies that are doing the work. For me, as an African American entrepreneur, going to raise money for other organizations that are serving most times African Americans, it's having to prove the case. And because our organizations have not adequately been, staffed and housed to collect data about the people that we're helping, it's tougher for us to go to a large foundation like the Gates Foundation or the Kellogg Foundation and prove the need in specific areas. But one of the things that, though it's been a challenge, I've made an opportunity is relationships. So in many communities, my job is to connect the right people so that people know other people exist. And in communities like Atlanta and Charleston, where there are organizations and companies that are interested in investing in communities of color or investing in programs that benefit communities of color, usually they just need a translator, someone to help them to define where the greatest needs are and how much it costs. Because that's really the big thing. I mean, usually the biggest issue is how much does it cost to make sure these little boys can get a job when they graduate from high school. It's very simple. And my job is to say, hey, 10 years from now, they're gonna need to be able to understand artificial intelligence. Okay, well, how much does it cost to get them from here to here? And then I bring the right types of organizations and put them in place. And then I bring the right type of corporations into play for mentorship and to help mentor those kids and sponsor them and give us money to support the program. And then I bring school districts together and bring them as a part of the conversation to help them to integrate those programs. And so I know for sure that my work, God's work, I call it God's work, will always be met with challenges related to resources, not enough money. If we have enough money, not enough people, and then we have an abundance of both, it's a matter of understanding, people understanding what the real need is.
So some of the new opportunities that you're seeing that technology has created for this.
Okay, one in particular, technology, and when I say technology, I mean simply a CRM or something that takes a spreadsheet in Excel and makes it a database, and something simple like texting to give, a mobile online platform, changes the game for small nonprofits. And the reason why small nonprofits are important is because if you look at any US community, especially metropolitan cities, the actual people that are solving the problems that we all talk about around jobs and unemployment and they're small nonprofits. They're local YWCAs, local after-school programs, and these organizations need money to survive. Well, guess what? A little teeny-weeny organization in Macon, Georgia can't compete with a big nonprofit in New York for money from the Ford Foundation. But what technology does, technology allows this little bitty organization in Macon, Georgia to then engage donors across the globe because of Facebook and Instagram and these mobile donation portals. So now this little bitty nonprofit can learn how to ask for money from people that they would have never met, and it gives them wings that a large nonprofit has just because they have all the people. So I'm a huge proponent for taking hyper-local, usually Black-led organizations and giving them the power, or what I call the lever of technology, just to help them to do a better job of being more efficient in their work, being able to do more day by day, but their effectiveness goes up because now something simple like raising money, and Network for Good has a great program for that. It helps them to learn how to use social media as a way to raise more money, something very simple. And then for my big organizations, right, One of the things that I'm excited about right now is helping large companies who care about tech inclusion, which means making sure they have more African Americans represented within their organization, their employees, and within the programs that they do, is helping them to find this pool of black people that they're looking for.
So from a global perspective, because you spoke on global,
Yes.
and some of the opportunities, in the global economy around that, what do you see?
Yeah, yeah.
What can we do?
Well, there are a couple things we can do right now. I believe, and many statisticians agree with me, that the continent of Africa is the emerging economy for especially people of color and people of color that are interested in building their own economies, right? So what we're doing is we're going to participate in the growth of the continent of Africa, specifically in Ghana. And what we're doing is helping the people of Ghana to build the infrastructure, the technology infrastructure, and the good old-fashioned utility infrastructure they need in order to build more businesses. Roads, we're putting down roads, we're putting down sewer and water, and then we're also putting down lines, technology infrastructure. And these are the things that right now, as individuals in business, if we're able to go and take the time and the opportunity to engage with companies and organizations in Africa and Ghana specifically, a little bit of effort goes a long way there, obviously, because of the economies of scale. But more importantly, when we talk about a new workforce or being able to train the next generation of technologists, specifically around this project, there is no greater workforce opportunity than that of the brilliant Africans, the African children who are prepared and ready to cooperate with African American children to become what I believe to be a leading force in technology over the next 20 to 50 years. So,
what are you excited about in 2020? Like right now in 2020, this year, what you're excited about?
Oh, I'm excited about Ghana.
Okay.
And I'm excited about Ghana specifically because as an a person born of African descent in America, we have a lot. I have much to give. And I've now been able to join myself with other people who feel the same way. And I've seen with my own two eyes what a little bit of investment, $100, $500, $5,000 can do to literally change the life of an entrepreneur on the continent of Africa. One vendor, $500 for a vendor in Accra means they are able to literally change their entire family. So for me, I'm excited about participating and making a lot of money doing it, because there's a lot of money to be made in Ghana as well, solving problems. But the bigger problem it's going to solve is economic mobility. We have a foundation. I just want to mention this because it'll be what I will be working on this year, the Global Foundation for Education and Economic Mobility. And we're partnering with the organizations called one of which is called Food for All. They're an international food distribution program. There's one in Ghana. We're also working with the She Rose Foundation, their economic empowerment organization for women. And we're also working with the organization called the Refugee Integration Organization, the 15,000 refugees who live in Ghana as well. And for me, a person who's always thinking about money, these are organizations already proven, already producing income, already producing results that I'm able to come and bring the resources of African Americans from here to connect with, and we both make money through technology, because guess what? We have a multi-lending platform. So when these entrepreneurs need money, we have a platform that they can use to lend and save money among each other. We make money and they have opportunity. So yeah.
Close with your name and who you are.
Yes, again, I'm on fire for economic mobility for Black people, and I'm Quinetha Fraizer. Please call me Q. And I'm appreciative of the opportunity for me to serve my community and my economy by making lots of money doing good. Doing good, yeah. Thank you.